Hello, now it's the second continuation. Another mathematical function is math.log. Okay, math.log, as you have done in mathematics. So this function will return the natural logarithmic value of the, so it may come, okay, 1 marks definition, it may come. So what does this math.log function returns? Okay, this function returns the natural logarithmic value of a given argument. Okay, and it returns what type of value? Double. It returns double type of value. Okay, so you just remember this, how to write this. Okay, so double x is equals to math.log 6.25. so it returns a double value to x as 1 point. So actually this is this output. Okay, this output is based on the given log table. Okay, you will be provided the log table in mathematics. So in computer you don't have to, this type of question will not come. Okay, math.log 6.25. so what will be its output? It won't come. So here it may come. What does it returns? Okay, after the operation is being performed, what will it return? It will return the natural logarithmic value of a given argument. Okay, and definitely as there is a point, so it will return what? Double type value. So remember the syntax, how we write this logarithmic function. Okay, so next is the math.abs. okay, very important. Math.abs. abs means the absolute value. Okay, abs means the absolute value. It is used to return the absolute value, that is only the magnitude of the number without its sign. Okay, without its sign. It returns int, long, double, depending on the argument. Okay, depending on the argument supplied. So let us see the example, then we will come to know. See, int n is equals to math.abs. abs means absolute value. So if there is sign, so it will, whatever the value is there as an argument, exactly that will be printed. So it will return an integer value to n. Okay, the value of n will be 3, and its data type will be what? Return type will be int. Okay, as the value provided input is whole number. Okay, next, int n is equals to math.abs minus a. Its answer will be 8. Okay, as I said, abs will return you the magnitude. Magnitude is what? The corresponding value. This, all the values except the sign. By eliminating the sign, it will just print the value. So that will be written by this abs, means absolute value. So similarly, double d is equals to math.abs 3.66. okay, so your answer will be just 3.66, and its return type will be double. Here integer. So double d is equals to math.abs minus 9.99. so it will return just the answer as 9.99. okay, and its data type will be double. Means this abs, okay, this abs says that it will return you just the corresponding value by eliminating its sign. Clear? Okay. Next is math.round. Very important function this also. Round. So round is nothing but it will return you the value after round up. Okay, after it will return you an approximation value based on this. Means if the fractional part of a number is below 0.5, so if it is below 0.5, it will return the same integer value. Otherwise it will return the next value in double data type. If it is less than 0.5, so it will return what? Same integer value. Otherwise it will return the next integer value in double data type. For example, see out here, double n is equals to math dot round 6.25. So see this, after point, is it 0.25 is below 0.5? Yes, it is below 0.5. So just I'll explain you in the probability is that, suppose your value was 6.25, so your lower limit and this is your upper, so your lower will be 6.0 and higher will be what? 7.0. So now see this point value. Is this point value less than 0.5? 0.25 is less than 0.5? Yes, true. If it is true, then it will print this. So the answer is how much? 6.0. Clear? It will return the answer as, see here, it will return an integer value to n in double data type, that is n is equals to 6.0. So let us do another example and then it will be clear. See, double n is equals to math dot round 6.85. Okay, here it is how much? 6.85. Let us do in the copy. Suppose 6.85. So your lower is how much? 6. Higher will be 7.0. So see this 0.85. Okay, 0.85 is less than 0.5. No, this is false. So if it is false, it will do what? It will print 7. Here it was true, that's why 6.0. Means if it is greater than 0.5, so this value will be round up to this. If the point value is less than 0.5, then it will give you the lower value, this. Yeah, so here answer will be 7.0. See, that's it. So what is the answer? So double n is equal to math dot round 8.68. So it will return an integer value to n. So its value is here, output is 7.0. So similarly, see this, double n is equals to math dot round up. Now there is negative sign. Okay, so now there is what? Negative sign. So don't get confused. Minus 6.5. So as this is minus, okay, so think this is nearer to 0. Okay, this is nearer to 0. So this will be what? 6.0, isn't it? And this will be what? 7.0. Opposite of this, no, it will be, because this was in positive, in negative it will be the reverse logic of that. So positive means it will be 6.0, negative means, because this after 0 it will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 6, like that, dot minus 7, isn't it? It will go like this. So see this 0.5, here it is 0.51 is greater than 0.5. Yes, it is greater than 0.5, isn't it? So if it is greater, so it will give you the greater value. So what is a greater value? Minus 6.0. So let us check that. So what is the greater value out here? Minus 6 minus 5.1 is greater than, isn't it? It is greater than 6. Sorry. So see here, 0.51 is greater than 0.5. So what is its greater value? Its greater value is this one. Yes, its greater value is what? It will return let us check out here. It will return an integer value to n in double data type, and it will return what? N equals to minus 7.0. Clear? So don't get confused that math.round. Okay, math, if the fractional part is below 0.5, if it is below, so it will return the same value. Okay, otherwise it will return the next integer below. So see here, our 0.51 is below. Is it below 0.5? No, it is not below. So that's why it is the reverse. As I said, as this is negative, it will print you the reverse. It will do the reverse of positive one. Okay, so here it will print minus 7.0. Clear? So let's do this also. So double n is equals to math.round minus 6.50. So 6.5, see? So it returns 0.5 is not greater than 0.5, it is equal, isn't it? So if it is equal, okay, if it is equal, so then it is treated as false. Okay, it is treated as false. That's why it will do the reverse. Here it was greater, that's why it came to minus 7. So here it is 0.5 is greater than 0.5. No, it's equal, so that's why it will give you the same value, this 6. Its range will be what? Minus 6 to minus 7. So it is not equals, it is not less than, so that's why it will give you the same value. See here, it's written, it will return the same integer value if it is below. It is not below, that's why it will be minus 6.0. Clear? Okay. Next mathematical function is math.floor. Okay, so what does this floor means? Okay, just think, this is floor means down value, and another there is math.ceil. These two are the opposite. Ceil means it will go to the ceiling, up. Okay, it will go up, and floor means it will go down. It will go down. Okay, so this function floor, let us see. This function is used to round off the given number. So it will return a number by rounding it down to the nearest, and this ceil will provide you the nearest. Same, ceil and floor will provide you the nearest round of value, but this will go to the lower value and this will go to the next higher integer. This will return rounding near low. Okay, down value, upper value, lower value. For example, see, math.floor 6.25, its lower value will be 6.0. See, 6.0. 6.82, its lower value will be what? 6.0 only. It will go downward. Okay, it will go downward. See, minus 6.25. Here it is minus. So lower value will be what? After minus 6, what it will come? Lower, minus 7. So that's why it will print minus 7. So see here, minus 6.85. Its lower value is also again 7. So it will print minus 7.2. Clear? Okay. Similarly, ceil. So same concept just like floor. Math.ceil means upper value. Upper value of 6.25 will be 7. So 7.0. 6.82 is again upper value of 6 will be 7. Similarly, minus 6.25, its upper value will be 6. Yes, and similarly minus 6.85 also its upper value will be minus 6.0. Clear? Hope you understood till here. If you have any doubt, okay, you just rewind the clip once again and again. Even after that, if you don't know, then please let me know. Okay, we can discuss. Okay, now next very important one is math.rint. Okay, math.rint. So what does this RINT means? Okay, this question has come maximum number of times in ICSE. So it will return the truncated value of the number. Okay, when the fractional part is less than or equals to 0.5 and it returns the next higher value for more than 0.5 in double. For example, see here, so double D is equals to math.rint 6.45. so if it is 0.5 equals to 5.0 or less than 0.5, okay, so what it will print? So out here 0.5, it is less than 0.5, so if it is less than 0.5, it will return what? It will return the same value, what? 6.0. Yeah, but out here see the next math.rint, it is 8.92. see, 0.9 is greater than 0.5, so it will return you the what? Upper value, that is 9.0. Double D is equals to math.rint. So see 7.5. 0.5 is equals to, so if it is equals to, then also it will return you positive, that is 7.0. See here it's written, if the fractional part is less than or equals to, if it is equals to, that is also considered as smaller. That is also considered as smaller. Whereas in round-up value, okay, whereas in round-up value, if there was equals to 4.5, that was considered as higher. Okay, don't get confused in this round and RINT. Okay, this is the main difference. In RINT, if it is equals to 0.5, so it is considered as small. So that's why this 7.5 is 0.5 is less than or equals to 5. That's why it will be 7.0. Clear? So see here, minus. So 9.95. It is greater than 0.5. So its upper value will be what? Minus 6. Okay, it will print, it will increase 1. So math.rint minus 6.5. So here it is equals to 0.5. So this is considered as small. So that's why it will print minus 6.0. Minus 6.0. So see here minus 6.5.051. Okay, it is not equals to or less than, it is greater than. So that's why it will print minus 7. Here. Hope you have understood this. And the last one, okay, the last one function that you need to know is, the last function is math.random. Okay, math.random. So this function, okay, this function returns a random value between 0 and 1. Very important thing you need to know. Okay, this random function returns the value between what? 0 and 1. Okay, it will return a random number between 0 and 1. So what is its return type? Its return type will be double. You need to remember this. Okay, return type and what type of value it returns. So for example, see, if we write double example, if double D is equals to math.random, so it will return any double value to D, any double value to D between 0 and 1. Randomly, it can be anything. Okay, for example, see, it's given out here the random value between 0 and 1. See, 0.972, whatever it can be written, anything. It can be of any combination. Okay, one program is also given out here. Okay, you can try this in your copy. Okay, I'll send you the snapshot. Okay, yeah. Now the last thing, so modification. Okay, the modification with random function. As we knew that random will return any value between 0 and 1. Now that is modified. Okay, suppose here it was double type, no? Suppose if we convert it to int r is equals to int, so this is known as typecasting. We are converting from decimal to integer. Okay, so math.random, so it will return you the value between 0 and 1. So whatever it will return, that will be multiplied by n and then plus 1. So here you will get any random number between 1 and n. Very important thing you need to know this. Okay, so if you write like this, random into n means whatever it will come, that will be multiplied by n and plus 1 is added. So that means your answer, okay, will return any number between 1 and n. Clear? Clear? Okay. So similarly here, there is one important. If math.random gives its lower value as 0.1, then n equals to 0. When its highest value as 0.9, then n will be 1. Okay, this is one important point you need to know. So for any random number between 0.1 and 0.9, n will be either be 0 or 1. Okay, so try to remember this much. Okay, hope you have understood all this. You just go through it. Okay, and let me know if there is any confusion or not. Okay, so after this I will send you certain solved question answers. Okay, thank you.